I don't think you need a new planner every time you have a new goal. Sometimes the best planner is the one already sitting on your shelf. This is my Sterling Ink B6 Vertical Compact for 2026. And this planner has served me really well in previous years. But this year, it sat on the shelf. I had another EDC if you watch my other videos. But now I'm giving it a new purpose. I'm using it for one project specifically. So not everyday planning, but one meaningful project. And I'll share more about that in future videos. So here's how this can work. If you have a big goal, this could work for planning a trip, renovation, paying off debt, fitness goal, planning a wedding, planning a business launch, a big move, a career change, maybe planning for Christmas or the holidays, literally anything. So here's what I'm going to put in here. First of all, some of the monthly pages that I hadn't used, I'll repurpose. And this grid works great. It can work for columns, it could be for budgeting, it could be for lists. I have used previous months, but again, I want to do something with this. So what I'll do is I'll white out the dates. Now, if you're not a fan of repurposing in this way, there's lots of blank pages in the back. I like using up pages as best I can. So really quick, what this could be is your vision. So some of the questions I ask myself when I'm setting up my vision for my new adventure is, why am I doing this? What is your why? Second, what do I want to feel? So what will we come away with after attending the event, after the project is completed, after we reach a milestone? Who am I becoming? And what do I want to remember? One of the things I love about my planning is when we're designing a bigger life, I love the archive, I love the memory. So there's the vision page. Now the next one could be financial focus. So maybe you've got an ideas section or a journal section. This one can also be, for me, it's specifically trip planning. So for this next adventure, what do I need to prepare for this trip? And that could go down on this page in a column. You may also put a health page for yourself and celebrating wins or a countdown. On the front inside cover, you put a graph here and then count down days. So I have a certain number of days to my adventure, and I'm actually probably going to put a countdown tracker on here so that I can see how many days I have to the event. Now on the weekly pages, so that's how I'll use some of the blank pages. There's also other pages I may not have used. One could be a vision board, putting photos in. That is why I like the compact books, because I find that I can put more into them and they don't get as thick. So these become great travel companion journals, write memories in it. At the same time, put stickers, put photos, anything you need for the project you're working on. Now on the weekly pages, so what I'll be planning ahead here, and I like to divide my days so that I have the focus for that day. I do this in my A5 Complete for the entire week, but if this is specific to a project, there might be some days where it's already in my planner that I'm going to be working on it. And what do I need to focus on towards that project that day? So the point isn't the planner. The planner just helps me stay connected to something that I'm very excited about. Now here in the week, I may put an action tracker, and that could be something that you'll want to put in for. I may focus on the budget one day, maybe contacts, calls, reach outs, maybe planning. Now I'm still quite a ways away, but I can start packing and see what I may need for the trip. So at the bottom, I'll put milestones for that week. So what I've achieved that week towards the project, whether this could be a spot where you'll put money you've saved, or activity taken, or connections, or wonderful things that have happened towards planning the event. And then lastly, the part that I love about this is you've got the journal pages. So this part can become memories and milestones. And for the back of the book, even to completion of the project, this can come with you for any notes that you want to do, any ideas, any journaling. I'm excited to see how this project over the next 6 weeks will fill up with activities, with milestones, with ideas, really planning that next adventure. So the point isn't the planner. It could be a notebook if you have on hand. The planner just helps me stay connected to something exciting. And I love that it has the dates, so I have a date I'm working towards. You don't need permission to plan something joyful. Sometimes the first page is the hardest part. So I'd love to hear what big goal you're working towards this year. Put it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.